every 100 people are affected by OCPD. This means that you've most likely met someone with OCPD without knowing it. You might have thought they were weird or a little off or just straight up creepy. According to Barbara Noppen from the International OCD Foundation, men are twice as likely to be affected by OCPD compared to women. It is very important that everyone learns about what OCPD is because it could be affecting someone you know or love, and knowing the symptoms and what it is could help you help them. I've been doing extensive research on OCPD ever since I learned about it in my psychology class last semester. OCPD is a common disorder that affects more people than many people know about. Today I'll be talking about what OCPD is, what these symptoms are, and how you can help treat someone with OCPD. So let me start off with what it is. OCPD is an acronym for Obsessive Compulsive Personality Disorder, and according to Healthline, it is described as a personality disorder that is characterized by extreme perfectionism, order, and neatness. Also, people who have OCPD feel the need to impose their own strict standards that they have for themselves on outside environments. Some of the characteristics of OCPD are that they generally find it very hard for them to express their feelings towards other people. This can lead to difficulty making friendships or relationships, or especially difficult to maintain those friendships and relationships. Because it is so difficult to make and maintain friendships for them, it can lead to social isolation. People with OCPD are very hardworking, but it can lead to them being very inefficient when they can't meet their own strict standards on a project. OCPD is often characterized with the anxiety disorder OCD, however, they are far from the same. People with OCPD don't realize that their way of thinking or their way of doing things is wrong. They believe that everything they do is the only way and the only correct way to do everything, and everyone else is just doing it wrong. The cause for OCPD is unknown. However, research and scientists have come up with a simple explanation of that it could be a combination of genetics and childhood experiences. Now that you know about what OCPD is and some of the characteristics, let me go over these symptoms. So people with OCPD often have a preoccupation with details. They are very orderly in their daily life, and they follow a lot of strict rules that they impose on themselves. And these could be rules that they made up for themselves. They may not even be rules that everyone else uses. They're also extreme perfectionists, but this can lead to distress or dysfunction in the workplace when they can't meet their own strict standards on a project, which can lead to inefficiency, and that's just not good. They also desire to be in control of not only people, but tasks and situations, which can make it very hard for them to delegate tasks to other people, leading them to take on more work than they are able to accomplish, which can lead to more inefficiency. And with that inefficiency in work, they do have an excessive commitment to work, which can lead to a neglect of friendships or social gatherings or fun activities because they're constantly thinking about work and how they have to finish a project, even though they might not be able to finish the project because they can't even meet their own strict standards. A lot of people with OCPD have a hard time getting rid of small objects that they have acquired over the years. This could be that they have kept every toothbrush they have used since they were young, or they have kept every pair of socks that they have ever gotten. Small things like that. They can also be very rigid or stubborn, and they're generally very inflexible with morality or values. Like, they believe what they believe is right, and what you believe is wrong. Also, people with OCPD have a big fixation with lists, just like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. He has a bathroom schedule, stuff like that. People are not officially diagnosed with OCPD until symptoms impair their ability to function with people or function around people. So a lot of people suffer from the symptoms of OCPD but aren't officially diagnosed. So now that you know what OCPD officially is, what are the treatment options? The first one is psychotherapy, which is a treatment of mental disorders using psychological means instead of medication. Some of the psychotherapies that are used for people with OCPD are cognitive therapy, metacognitive therapy, psychodynamic theory, schema, and dialectical behavior. These are all great psychological therapies, but none of them are fully a way to get rid of OCPD. These are like little band-aids on OCPD. According to the Mayo Clinic, antidepressants, mood stabilizers, antipsychotic meds, and anti-anxiety pills are another way that the symptoms of OCPD can be lessened. There is no FDA medication that officially gets rid of OCPD, and I don't believe there will ever be one because it's a personality disorder, so it can change for each person. But those medications are used to reduce some of the symptoms so they can generally live a more normal life. Now, many of you may be contemplating if you have OCPD or not, but before you go looking it up on your phone, looking for a test, let me recap. OCPD is a very common disorder that affects more people than many people know about. Today I talked about what OCPD is, what the symptoms of OCPD are, and what the treatment options are. To end, I just want you guys to remember that just because you like things clean or orderly, it doesn't mean you suffer from OCPD.